Let's turn our attention now to looking over the syllabus. We'll want to look at the basic rationale, requirements, and mechanics of the course itself. This course begins today and it will end on August 13th. During that time, every week I'll have at least 2 office hours, one on Wednesday and one on Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. If you can't make that time, you can contact me and we'll try to make an arrangement so that you can have office hour access outside of these times. I really want to encourage students to come to office hours if they have questions or they want to talk about a topic or something related to a topic. And I want to encourage students to talk to each other during office hours if there are more than one student in attendance. I have tried to maximize the flexibility associated with this course by not having specific Zoom lecture times. I realize that students are oftentimes trying to work as much as possible during the summer, trying to make money to pay for their food, lodging, school fees, and supplies during the regular year. So there isn't any official Zoom lecture, but I do want students to feel that they can come to these office hours and they can ask questions, they can discuss issues, they can even interact with each other if there's more than one person here. You can email me if you have questions or concerns, and I always try to respond to those emails within 24 hours. All of our office hours will be held over Zoom, and the link to that office hour is here. It is also on the homepage of our Beachboard page in the instructor profile widget. When we look at the overall purpose and learning objectives of an Introduction to Ethics course, I've given a relatively long statement of it, but I think the last 2 paragraphs are probably the most important. So if we ask, what is ethics? That is, what kind of academic inquiry is it? We say that ethics is a specialty within philosophy. It seeks to understand, to evaluate, to systematize, and to provide justification for ethical norms. And specifically, it's looking for answers to 4 perennial questions. Are there universal normative ethical principles that both prescribe behavior and inform our moral judgments? Second, why, how, or should such principles constrain our actions? Why are they binding on our behavior? How might we come to know these ethical principles if they exist? That is, what would lead us to come to know what are the correct ethical principles, or to come to know what are incorrect or faulty principles? And finally, 4, what specifically are those principles, if there are any? Now, this class is going to look at important answers to these philosophical questions as given by historical and contemporary thinkers from philosophy, but also from psychology and anthropology. It also examines the background assumptions and methodologies behind the views of these thinkers and of contemporary philosophy in general. Finally, it examines the impact, both for individuals and for society, of various theoretical positions on the prohibition or acceptability of various real-world actions and choices. So that's what ethics as an academic pursuit is. Students who take this class and who conscientiously apply themselves to the class can expect to benefit in a number of different ways, including, but not exclusively, by getting a better understanding of their own ethical views, by gaining an appreciation of both the intellectual merits and the deficits of their views. Do they have good reasons for their views? Are the views consistent with one another? Are they principled? Do they not have good reasons? And so on. A sense of the place of their views and the views of others in the context of the development of ethical theories within Western society. A sense of the impact, both upon themselves and upon others, of their ethical views in relationship to a number of contemporary real-world issues. An increased sophistication of their ethical views, a refinement on the basis of rational reflection, and an increased ability to reason and argue effectively and responsibly about ethics and morality with others. Now, in the next lecture module, we'll look at the mechanics of the course.